disrespectful to Canada. You ever heard the word eco-citizen? What's an eco-citizen? Somebody that says, I've had enough of fossil fuel and defending the fossil fuel industry. Okay? That's an eco-citizen. I'm not a Canadian. I've decided not to be. I was in the Green Party. I was going to run for office. But it's so hard because you never got a permit. We can't make any headway in. It's just an argument. So why be a Canadian citizen? There's no rights. There's no... And she said, go see a psychiatrist. You need an evaluation. Then what I'm reading is right. Psychiatry is being gaslighting Canadians for having environmental problems. Where are they doing that? First Nations women. Gaslighting. So she's just nothing but a gaslighter. Tina, are you like this young guys that come to me? I'm a therapist. I'm not supporting the pharmaceutical solution to mental health. And they come to me and their girlfriends are all on pillows because they've had some sort of trauma in their life. But they get misdiagnosed with drugs. And that's another reason I'm a grassroots holistic practitioner. Now, if I get working in Canada, I got to send you to one of those crackpots. In other countries, we look at the holistic solution. And I have more rights as a practitioner that's certified internationally. I don't want anything to do with Canada or United States. They're both crashing. And licensed practitioners are not my gig. Because they tend to be geared to the corporations. Look at Jorgen Peterson. He's licensed. You know, we're just as good. I've got 8 years of practicing this stuff online. Yeah, it's online education. And it's my way because I was a man that had a lot of problems. But I wouldn't want to go one of those doctors that are dogma, and I got well with a holistic method. Who else did? Dr. Abe Moffat proved this. He was a psychiatrist. He was not a drug pusher. He was an endocrinologist. He was studying micronutritional supplementation. And he got Margot Kidder well. So that's a horrible thing to say. I did a psychiatrist. You know, that sounds like a repressive capitalist, repressive Nazi system. When you say things like that, you're probably like Gacko and with death camps. That's what I want out, because I think it's the start of this. It's starting to get so extremist and racist. What do I think of women right now? Some of the things they say, even then, like, it's not my business that they wear jihadis or anything like that. But you start judging up that they're violating women's rights. That's your idea. I talk to Ethiopian young women that are Muslim, and they just have a different view than you. They don't think they're being repressed. There is bad men, but there's bad men on both sides of the camp. I don't think it's a repressive thing. I saw that in France. They're stopping them from wearing their things. In Canada, there's a lot of Muslims. I don't think you're really getting into the gig of a woman's rights. If she wants to dress like that, and you see it's wrong, I think what's wrong is the girls going around on pills or numb out on Instagram and not pay attention to life. So you're emotional. I am too. But I'm learning that psychiatry is just a quick fix. Now they're giving assisted death. So I have studied it, okay? Because I just don't think, I think the cupcake schools are what we got now. Just what they know is what you get. People come from other countries and they can't work in the medical practices. So can I say it? It's dreadful, pharmaceutical drugs, and evaluating people on that. Because I'm meeting a lot of people that are creative musicians and artists that won't go to them because they're crackpots. They just push drugs on them. And they misdiagnose DSM manuals. Some manuals being, so am I anti-psychiatry? I'm pro-neurological studies, metaphysics, anything that will help a person. But Jung said, if you throw a drug at them, then you got a psychosis. Because Jung, and I talked to these so-called licensed therapists. Did you pass Jungian? I didn't understand it. Well, what are you doing here? I've studied Buddhist psychology. I've studied Jungian. I understand it, but maybe metaphorical principles are not for robots. The robot. I go into chat bots, the intellectual, the analytical system. Well, metaphors don't work with Jesus used metaphors. I'm a metaphysicist. I think I'm better because I can get somewhere with it. I'm a spiritual healer, and I'm a man that puts God back in the equation. That's metaphorical principles. Or whatever your God is. For sure it's black. It doesn't say psychiatrist. It doesn't say any camp. Though I am licensed in many fields. I do NLP, I do cognitive behavioral therapy, art therapy, Gestalt, Jungian, and Buddhist. But I don't do drug therapy. And I don't evaluate assisted death. Because here's my gig on it. This is the problem with North America. We got into opinions and called them facts. Even McLuhan said that. I'm going to hit it right on. McLuhan said to Pierre Elliott Trudeau that they'd be telling people that the oil industry is a fact. And they'd use it as the media as the message, but it's an opinion. Science is based on factual information, not opinions. So there's a lot of opinion science, like corporate science. But that's what they're shoving up your butt. Because you just know what you know. And life is always expansive knowledge. And so I need a psychiatrist. Well, I didn't say I'm Santa Claus, but maybe I do. If I say I'm Santa Claus, I just said I'm renouncing Canadian citizenship. It's a civil right. Charter rights and freedoms, I decided to because I don't like your politics anymore. I don't like, why did we denounce citizenship? Place is friggin' temperance. It's too controlled by pharmaceutical industry. I was sitting there one night and got drunk. Yeah, because Calgary's lawyer talked to me. They're putting a Bitify back on the scene. Yeah, so you deregulate, and then you got all this drug industry. And what's the fentanyl caused by? Deregulated, incorporated friggin' psychiatry and psychology and everything. So I read Mad in America, but I'm not anti-psychiatry. Because I came back and started understanding the neurology and how trauma works on the brain. But I'll tell you, I've been with Canadian war vets, and they sure don't want those drugs. It's easy to define somebody. You don't like somebody because I said I'm denouncing citizenship. You're going to vote for Pierre Paul. I've decided to leave. Because we can't get along with them. We can't get along with conservatives. We never could. The Green Party of Canada or any of the others, they can't negotiate with them. Because they're a power party. Okay? They're a power party. I've known this for years. And you can't negotiate with them. They're just bull. And they tell you all sorts of things. You can tell they're scoundrels because they're pull-ups attacking everybody. So's Jordan Peterson. So's Rex Murphy. If you're convinced by them, go for it. I have rights. Until the far right get in and take our rights away, I got rights to denounce Canadian citizenship. Why would I want to stay? My family's not here. They're dead. And my other family stole property on me. Why would I want to stay here? I feel lonely. Now, anybody that knows if you're an environmentalist, you can't live around people that won't talk about environmentalism. It's a lonely world. A lot of climate scientists, are they mentally ill? They left when Harper was silencing them. Did you know that? Climate scientists. They can't live with her. It's like a woman that says, you can't divorce me, I'll have you evaluated mentally ill. What is that? I'll get you to a psychiatrist, you can't divorce me. I'm divorcing Canada. Disrespect, I'm not blowing you up, but I got somebody else to do that for you. And that's another reason I want to leave. I think the damn war's coming here. Now, I might be disrespectful. Then that's the judgment. In the kangaroo court of life, she got triggered. Triggered that she's defending something like the far right in Canada. Those truckers were wrong. This game, it's a game. The Trumpsters come up here. And Biden's in power. In the United States, it'll be better for him. Now, we're starting to find things out. But you're attacking me and saying I need a psychiatrist. Maybe you do. You know how many young men I helped that got girlfriends going to those guys? They can't go out, man. They said, why? Because she's so dark. She's on all those stupid pills. But she can't cope with life. And she's told, they mind hacked you. Told you you'll always be sick. Now they give you assisted death. So, that sort of psychiatry? No. And if that's all we got here, I like to refer people to good therapists and good healers. I've not referred them to them. I refer them to Aboriginal Australians or witches or anything, but wouldn't refer them to those guys. No, they couldn't heal their way out of a wet paper bag. Disrespect? Truth is disrespectful, isn't it? Metaphysical healers, I'm for. I don't want to live in a country where I can't refer my clients to somebody that drugged them and diagnose them and analyze them. Because here's me. You can look at the economic analytical structures and they're not equal. It's all externalities and garbage. So, I don't analyze people. And you certainly don't want to be analyzed. But if you want to analyze me and tell me I'm crazy and I need a psychiatrist, I reported you as harassment. Because that's an insult. Crazy. You're laughing stuff. The crazy stupid girl. That's what their mom said to me. These girls are nuts. They are. I heard a bunch of them on there. If anybody needs a psychiatrist, pay your rent at the high rate of inflation and eat crickets. Put chocolate on. They're crazy. They're absolutely nuts. I don't blame them guys for not being the wacko. Come on, guys, it's a tough life, eh? Oh, hell yeah. If that's the girlfriend you get, you gotta take a pill poke. And that's what Don told me. They went from Utah from the United States, came Aussie, and he goes out there, and I'll put some of those videos on there. What it says, this should be a pill poke. And he's right. I like Donnie. Cowboy let me. So, well, take your pills, pop them.